Would you like to know the art of letting go? Hi, it's Doug Dane, and I think too many people struggle in life because of their mistaken identity. Life actually can be quite simple, and if you don't feel confident to succeed or solve your problems, it's your mistaken identity that's probably causing your problems. And so, my book explains your mistaken identity and how it's controlling you and how it's caused you to make some of the mistakes that you're making. So here's my daily tip so you can live better, because I believe that you do deserve better. Um, Listen, I know you want to be successful in life, and you want to do better and be happy and feel better. I was actually going through my book here, chapter 27. It's called Let It Go. So I want to talk to you about this art of letting go. And the problem is that, in order to get ahead, your mistaken identity, it trips you up, and you get frustrated because you seem to not get ahead in life. It's kind of like, what do they say, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. And so really what you need to succeed and do better in life is you need peace of mind. In order to have that, you need to let go of the things that are getting in your way. I think too many people are grinding it out, really struggling to get ahead, and they're actually more anxious, more frustrated, facing more challenges than ever. And that was me. And I realized the art of letting go was actually the other way around. So what you got to do is you have to gain this peace of mind so you feel free, and then you can succeed, and life gets a lot easier, and life is a lot simpler. And so I have to hear people say, letting go is so hard. And I used to think that too. In the chapter 27, Letting Go, I tell the story about my mentor, Bob Proctor, who, he just kept telling me, Doug, just let it go, let it go. And I'd be frustrated, and I'd be talking to him, and I'd be trying to figure, out how to just get this peace of mind or this calmness of mind that I was pursuing and searching and hoping for, that just seemed to be so elusive. And I knew from what I'd learned from Bob, and I knew from what I had been studying and learning, is that really the key to my success was to really get to this place of calmness of mind or peace of mind, and then that would really propel me forward. And so as I got closer to that, as I pursued that and got closer to that, things got better and better and easier. But I never really made kind of a real big advance or jump or quantum leap, people like to say. And so let me explain to you why it's hard, and why I was making it hard too. So you've got this mistaken identity, and you're mistaken about the beliefs that you've adopted or that you formed. So part of this process of ending up with this mistaken identity is that you have a lot of beliefs about yourself and who you are and who you're not and what you're capable of. And you picked up a bunch of habits, learning how to procrastinate, learning how to be indecisive, learning how to, kind of just overthink stuff, learning how to, live in the past, worry about the future. These are all things that you learned. And so it's habitual behavior, habitual way of thinking, and a set of beliefs that are mistaken. And so that's why it's hard to just let go and go ahead. You're also hard on yourself because of how you feel about yourself. And how you feel about yourself might be a result of maybe things that you've done or mistakes that you've made or your current situation. So it's very difficult to let go when you're hard on yourself, or because of how you feel about yourself. And you also give yourself a hard time because you spend way too much time in the past. And the past is literally an hour ago, this morning, last night, a week ago, a year ago, a lifetime ago. But we've been taught to live in the past. And if you live in the past, there's a set of emotions that go along with that: guilt and resentment and shame. And that's not a great place to live. So that's why it's hard to really let go. And so the art of letting go is actually quite simple. In the book here, I was looking at the chapter. Each of the chapters starts out with a quote. And I love this one. This is Eckhart Tolle, spiritual teacher and author. He said, "Sometimes letting things go is an act of greater power than defending or hanging on." And so, yeah, it's a great idea to let go. And it really is actually quite simple, but we really, really make it hard. And so when I finally figured that out, I was able to let go easily. So number one is, don't dredge up your past. Just change your view on it. So I was on a call yesterday, and somebody was asking about they were dredging up their past. They were asking me a question, and they just kept talking about their past and dredging it up. And in their past, they've tried all these different ways to let go of their past because they went through, kind of a rough situation like I did as a young person. And they just keep dredging up the past and talking about the past. All you have to do is just change your view on it. Just change your perception on it. And if you use your mistaken identity, or you use a poor perception, or you use a victim mentality, or you use your emotions to change your view, it's not going to work. You have to be very pragmatic and very objective and very emotionally neutral. And you can do that towards yourself. You can do that towards other people's stories. You can be very pragmatic and objective and neutral towards other people. So why can't you do it to yourself? Well, you can. You just have to learn how to do that. And it starts with actually deciding to do that. Because actually, if you were talking to a friend, you could be very emotionally involved. You could be very judgmental. You could be very critical. You could give them a hard time. And hopefully you're not making that mistake. But generally, you wouldn't do that to somebody else. So don't do it to yourself. Another step in letting go, making it simple, is stop trying to find yourself and your calling in life. That is a hard road to go down. Actually, it's very easy to find out who you really are and why you're here, rather than trying searching for yourself and your calling. What you do is you uncover and discover this mistaken identity. And as you do that, you actually meet your true self. So as you uncover your mistaken identity, you start to discard of it, right? You start to disagree with certain things from it. You actually end up meeting yourself. So you don't have to actually go looking for your true self. By letting go of this false self, this mistaken identity, actually meet your true self and your calling. It all shows up for you automatically. It's almost effortless. The effort is actually getting rid of the mistaken identity. And then when you see the things that you're mistaken about, you let it go quite easily. And so you just have things that you believe that are mistaken. You view yourself from a mistaken viewpoint. You're mistaken about yourself, and you're mistaken about some things you believe. And we have all kinds of things that will change our mind. We'll find something out that we thought was true. It's not true. And it's very easy to let it go. And that's the idea. That's the art of letting go. Then you'll feel free. You'll calm down and you'll experience more peace of mind. And then it's a heck of a lot easier to get ahead. So the art of letting go is simple if you're willing to consider that it is. Thank you.